exercise all you want, and you can eat right all you want, and you can sleep on diet all you want. But if you just keep sitting all the time, then it will cancel out all the benefits of exercise and all the benefits of diet and all the benefits of sleeping on time and all the benefits of meditation or whatever else that you're doing. So movement, my darling, is extremely important. Way back in 1949, there was a English scientist, and he actually worked at studying bus conductors and bus drivers in London. He looked at these two people and he realized, when they studied them in detail, that the bus drivers were way more prone to heart attacks and strokes as compared to bus conductors. Bus conductors seemed to lead a much healthier lifestyle. They were healthier, they were fitter, they were happier as compared to the drivers. So when they didn't study them in detail, they realized that they both men, they're almost of the same age. They have the same job, the same working conditions, the same social class. What's the difference? The difference is that the driver is predominantly sitting. A bus conductor, on the other hand, is dominantly walking around. So it all boils down to activity, and movement is important for good health. It not just helps us lead longer lives, not just helps us lead more disease-free lives, but also a much healthier and happier life. In fact, world over, best cities are now getting rated in terms of their walkability. Just city में आप walk करके कहीं भी जा सकते हो. All those cities are supposed to be better cities as compared to the cities जहाँ पर आप सिर्फ गाड़ी में बैठ के बाहर जा सकते हो. Even crime rate, for that matter, is linked to how much do people walk. So, you will notice that when you do go to maybe a London or a New York, you really like walking around. And in our own cities here, we are not really walking as much, but a smart city is a city that walks. So coming down to basics, sitting is bad for us. The human body was meant for constant activity, not for constant sitting. Sit lesser, move more is right. It's not so difficult, but you will have to pay attention to what you're doing. So here are a few ways in which you can do this. For every 30 minutes of sitting, stand at least for full 3 minutes. When you do stand for full 3 minutes, and that's point number 2, make sure that you're standing with your weight equally balanced in your 2 feet. And don't stand like this, or, with your weight on the wall, or with one leg here on the other one. So don't stand in an imbalanced way. Stand nice and proper, like the way they taught him Vishram and Saavdhan in school. So in that whole Vishram position, with weight equally distributed and your quads engaged and your glutes all squeezed in, because that really, ladies and gentlemen, is the way to get a flat start. Have strong glutes, and the way to get strong glutes is to really stand more. So that's point number 2. Point number 3, and back to sitting on orders of the person who's holding my phone. Every day, either at home or at office, take the stairs. Climb at least 4 floors every day. And when you do climb those 4 floors, please do not put a status update, okay? Let it become like a regular thing that you do. And currently, if you're unable to walk up even 1 floor, it doesn't matter. Start with 1 step, okay? Start with half a step. Start with a resolve that you will make progress towards walking at least 4 floors once every single day. So do that, and don't go showing off कि मैं तो बहुत चढ़ता हुआ, मैं हमेशा ऑफिस में लिफ्ट नहीं लेता हूँ, मैं चढ़ता हूँ. So either in your school or in your college or at home or at the office, minimum 1 time 4 floors is what I'm asking for. You're free to do more, okay? No problems if you do more. 4th point, every time you're going by car, park as far as you can. I mean, look at the way we are parking. We are terrible. हम लोग double park करते हैं, triple park करते हैं. We are parking as close to the destination as possible. But all of us want to lose weight. So if we don't move and we don't walk, how are we going to lose weight? So what you will now start doing is that you will park far away from your destination. How far? At least 500 steps away. 500 steps don't take too much time. It will cost you maybe 4 or 5 minutes. But then walk, park away and walk the 500 steps. Initially, count the 500 in your head, not on sound. gadget. Don't get more and more dependent on gadgets and stuff like that. Count in your head. You are able to count, so count and then walk. You know what constant sitting also does, other than making us idle and making us dull and stuff like that? It also decreases the activity of a very important enzyme called as the LPL, or the lipoprotein lipase, which is an enzyme which is required to break down fat. When the levels of this enzyme go down, that's when triglyceride levels climb. Triglyceride is a circulating fat in the bloodstream. And if you want to increase your LPL, park far away, not close to where you're walking. Number 6, once every week, go at least for a 20 or a 30-minute walk around your neighborhood and area. Not like a brisk walk, but just walk around. Look out, क्या-क्या है आपके neighborhood में? कौन सा नया building आया, कौन सा नया tree तोड़ा? Sounds bad, no? But unfortunately, that is what has happened. When as people, when we engage more with our environment, that's when we can build a better, healthier society and even a healthier democracy. Walking around is important, not just for our own health, but research says that walking around is important even for the economy of the city and also for the environment, Then the 7th thing that you can do is then once every week, a minimum once every week, do at least one task that is currently being done either by a house help or by a gadget. It could be a task of your choice, either washing the dishes or washing your own clothes or cleaning up your room, folding your own chaddan, jo bhi ho, jitna bhi chota ho, make that beginning. Rest for the house help or the gadget. Work for you, better LPL, better heart health, smaller waist, nicer, taller body, all of that. Another thing that you can do is, especially if you're a man, is that once a week, cook a meal. हर रोज खाते हो, खाना कब बनाना सीखोगे? Unfortunately, our country में हम लोग का ऐसा problem है that most men have been eating a chapati for 20, 50, 70 years of their lives. But they don't even know how much water goes in the atta so that it gets kneaded into a proper dough. So make at least one meal every week. It could be, if chapati is too difficult, you can start with dal rice or khichdi, but make it yourself and clean up after cooking and after everyone's finished, okay? Because a nurturing environment is also very important for good health. And lastly, if you have children or if you have someone older in your family, either go and drop them to school or college once a week on your feet, or walk around with your old aunt or grandmother or someone like that. Walk around, or maybe meet your friends for a walk, meet your friends over an activity, not necessarily over chai and coffee and biscotti and the likes. So no more, sit less, because what research is saying is that the main determinant to our health is not our body weight. It is not even how often we are exercising. It is how long are we sitting. Sitting is now identified as the single most or the independent risk factor to heart diseases and to all lifestyle diseases. There's a simple thing that you can do, okay, is that you can assume a cross-legged posture or a sitting posture, and to know exactly how fit you are, just try standing up like this, without the use of any, without touching the floor or asking someone else for help. Then change the cross of your legs, sit down, and then stand up again to see, whether or not you're able to lift yourself up. Because this is exactly what will show you how long you've been sitting and how much you need to break the habit of sitting. So that's all from me for today.